What's up, everybody? It's your boy Prince Elias, and today we are going to be discussing future breeding plans, things that I plan on doing in the future, my goals, and introduce some new snakes. Ever since I've announced that I was going to start breeding, blessings upon blessings upon blessings have been coming upon me, opportunities, and I can't complain. I got some new babies that are on the way. I'm doing payment plans. Shout out to every breeder that agreed to a payment plan, but I have some that are physically here, and so I just want to do an introduction, part one of future breeders. Now, every snake that I own, every snake that I get is a pet first, a pet before anything. But, you know, certain animals have a specific purpose, where all my animals, except for those who might be a little cantankerous, will be options for like photo shoots, music videos, educational shows. You know, I'm still, even though I'm getting into breeding, I'm still doing what Creative Reptile set out to do, and that is the edutainment, entertainment, and education. The arts, that is priority over anything. Like, hard stop. I will be doing that and booking photography gigs before I breed. So that is priority. Breeding is just a fun hobby that, you know, hopefully I can make a few extra dollars on the side, on the back end, but it's not priority for my business. The photography and the educational shows. All right, now this intro is going on way too long, so let me stop talking about Project Dark Mode and introduce y'all to the first couple of snakes that's on that roster. The first couple of snakes that I plan on utilizing, using, and breeding, and talk about them. So let me go get them and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. And so first introduction is very special snake. She was bought the first snake that I bought a part of Project Dark Mode, and she is like the queen bee of Project Dark Mode, and that is Maleficent. Maleficent, my blackhead leopard red gene, ringer gene. And now she done got herself tangled, but if you guys don't see how vibrant and beautiful she is, like, she's like one of the best photographed snakes in my collection. And that says a lot, because I think my other snakes are pretty good photographed, like my normals, and Coil's my pastel. But look how black and vibrant she is. Look at that contrast. Look at the flaming on the sides. Like, she looks amazing. So yeah, I named her Maleficent after my favorite Disney villain. And she's actually a sweetheart. Now, when Pat showed her and her siblings on the live, on a couple of lives, she's been featured on Hair Down Fridays on a couple of lives. They were very bitey, very snappy, but I think they were in food mode. They were hungry, and most Hair Down Fridays, Pat was in the middle of feeding the snakes, so I think that's what it was. But ever since she came to me, she's been chill like this, like very curious. She's a very curious baby. She's not afraid of anything. And when I come home, she comes out her hide and pokes her head out, and she's just been a sweetheart. Never snap, never mean. Is she food motivated? Yes. If I'm throwing out rats, she smell it, I better not reach my hand in her enclosure, because she's one of them ball pythons that will try it because she thinks it's food. But she is amazing. And she switched from live, because Pat was feeding live ASFs, to frozen thawed, like, with the quickness. I think she only ate live once with me, and then the next week she went to frozen thawed. and she took Frozenthal ASF as well as Frozenthal Norwegians. So, and as you see, she's growing, she's getting thick. But yeah, again, she's a blackhead leopard, red jean, ringer jean, and woo, real sexy. And I can't wait to do projects with her. My goal, I don't care about any extra jeans in them, but I want a super blackhead. Super blackheads are so dope. They kind of look gorilla in a way, as black as they get. And I've seen blackhead gorillas from some European breeders on Instagram, and woo, putting both those jeans together. By the time I can afford or get a gorilla, she will be fully grown and probably already breeding. Like I said, the gorilla jean is a 5-year goal for me, but I feel like I would probably produce a couple of dope fire babies from her by the time I get a gorilla. And then maybe if I get a gorilla, I will breed to one of her kids, or maybe to her if I'm still breeding her at the time, by the time. Cause I don't know. Me personally, I don't think about breeding snakes until they wear themselves out. I don't want to do that. I want them to live fulfilling, long, vibrant lives. So I might breed for a couple of years of each individual female that I want, and then technically retire them, only to keep them for photography, photo shoots, educational shows, and just being my personal pets. I'm not rehoming none of these animals. I love them to death. They're going in my will, and hopefully my nieces and nephews can continue the legacy. But again, that's Maleficent, the first one from Project Dark Mode. And let me put her up and get to the next snake. Okay, this next snake is a little tense and very shy, so I don't know how long I'm gonna keep her out, but she's very special, and she came from my sponsors. Shout out to the sponsors, Mutation Station and Lucy Land. But this to me is a dope gene, a dope snake, and I fell in love with her the first day I met her, you know, before they decided to sell her. And man, I'm just super happy to have her in my collection, and that is Raja. See the camera focus. Now she is lighter of the snakes in Project Dark Mode, and I hope she's not gonna strike. She probably thinks these lights are like food or something. But if you can tell, she is a campfire. She's a campfire. She is. And what is a campfire? For those who don't know, that is cinnamon, inchy, calico. Try to let the camera focus. She wants to hide so bad. She's very shy and don't like being out and having her head exposed. She hates that. Even when she was living with Mutation Station, like every time I went to their campus, their facility, and they would pull her out for pictures, she would hide her face. So this is the most her face has ever been out around me. But I love her. She's so beautiful, and I really want to see calico with blackhead, calico with black pastel. So she's going to be put to a couple of heavy hitter boys in the future. But yeah, she is super dope. Again, she is what they consider a campfire, and that is cinnamon, inchy, calico. And I think she's beautiful, but I love Raja. And even though she's shy, I hope to get her out of that, but she will hopefully do wonders for me in the future. But yeah, she's another heavy hitter female that I can't wait to be a part of Project Dark Mode. Let's get the next snake. All right, I have 2 more girls physically here that are part of Project Dark Mode, but one of them I'm not going to show on camera. I'll wait for part 2 because she's mean as hell. And I'm trying to calm her down, but if not, I might have to do a separate clip where she's like still in the enclosure and I record her, but I'll introduce y'all to her later. This last snake that is a female that is part of Project Dark Mode that I'm just in love with. I actually got this via Tommy from Inky Cloud. Shout out to Tommy. And woo, and I got another snake I'm getting coming from Tommy. I'm paying off on a payment plan, but it's a boy. And I can't wait to introduce him on the part 2 or maybe part 3. It might be 3 parts for Project Dark Mode of this video, because I don't want this vlog to be too long. So the last female for part 1 of Project Dark Mode is this beautiful girl. And you might be looking, saying she looks very cinnamony, but she's not cinnamon. She is indeed a blackhead HRA, and I didn't know this at first. I had to do my research, but HRA is het red axanthic gene. And so blackhead HRA, super dope. I love her saddles. She's just so beautiful. And yeah, like I said, I got her from Tommy from Inky Clouds, and she is amazing. She's beautiful, and I can't wait to see what beautiful combos I'm gonna mix with her. She's another one just like Maleficent, who I want to make a couple of super blackheads from, except, you know, she has the HRA gene in her, and, you know, depending on the boyfriends, you know, it will determine the outcomes of the pairings. But again, she's beautiful, she's sweet, she has a great disposition. It's nighttime, so not only are they curious with the camera and lights, but they're probably looking for food. But that's probably why they're so lively. But, and I usually don't record my videos at night. But yeah, ever since I unboxed her, I was like, yo, I'm in love with this snake. Oh, and I named her Melage from the Dora Milaje, you know, from Marvel. If you know Marvel and you know superheroes, Dora Milaje, I love, those are my favorite characters from Black Panther. And so I decided to name her Melage because she's beautiful and she's a blackhead, and, you know, just like a beautiful black woman, I just can't help but admire her. You know what I mean? But let me go ahead and put her back. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and introduce y'all to the last female of Project Dark Mode. But she will be staying in her enclosure because she is mean as hell. But let me go ahead and put Melage up, and then I'll show y'all the final female that is going to be a part of, at least on part 1 of Project Dark Mode. There are more females to come. I'm very female heavy, and majority of the females, luckily for me, are ready to breed, or close to ready to breed. They'll be ready to breed next year, because Melage is like 600 grams, so she's almost there, but not this season. Hopefully next season she'll be ready. Of course, Maleficent is a baby, so it's going to be about 2 years, maybe 3 for her. I'm going to say 3 because I don't like to rush snakes. Raja's almost there. She's about ready to breed. Raja is. And this last girl should be ready by next year. They're all sub-adults to adults, so we shall see. At least my females, you know, I don't have to wait forever. Maleficent, yes, but the other females that I have from Mutation Station, Inky Clouds, Lucy Land, they're either ready to breed or proven breeders, or almost there, so let me go ahead and put her up, and we will show y'all the last female on part 1 of Dark Mode Project. Alright, so this next snake is an asshole, and she's trying to get me right now. So I am hiding with a hook, ready to calm her ass down. But anyways, what y'all see is a black pastel, just a plain inchy, not a plain black pastel, a black pastel inchy. And yes, I'm going to work on her temperament and her love, because I know she hasn't been handled much. Yeah, she's known as the resident asshole. And I got her from none other than the legend Jerome from No Limit Royals. Jerome is a dope breeder, amazing guy. He has some top-notch quality snakes, and he's a part of the clique with or the crew with with Antoine, High Desert, and Best Dress Balls, their whole clique. And so he's very reputable, very good breeder, and he is upgrading his collection. He has some dope snakes coming soon, and I might invest in one of those. I'm not gonna say right now, but can't wait. But he was selling her, and she's almost ready to breed. I think next year or a year after next, maybe 2025, she would definitely be ready. And hopefully she'll be a whole lot more calmer, because I'm going to handle her a lot. I'm going to annoy the shit out of her until she calms down. But she is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love her. And again, she is a black pastel inchy, and I plan on putting blackhead to her, as well as some other darker genes that I have coming up on the roster. And again, black pastel, when it comes to black pastel, is one of those genes where their supers are kind of imperfect. There's been some kinking issues in the past, as well as other things. I've heard horror stories, so I'm not going to take that risk, just me personally. So I'm not going to make a super out of her, but there are other genes that are allelic and I've seen people breed amazing quality snakes with the black pastel, and so I can't wait to incorporate her into my Project Dark Mode and see what magic we can make. Oh, and I named her Ursula. So yeah, I have a Disney theme for most of my snakes, majority of them. Other snakes are like named after musicians and stuff like that, but Disney Marvel is the main forefront as far as naming goes of my snakes. And so I decided to name her Ursula, because she is an asshole, but she's going to be a misunderstood asshole and turn into a sweetheart by the time she's ready to breed. But let me go ahead and put her up, because I know she wants to kill me. But that's why I didn't pull her out. I just brought her tub in here. But anyways, I will be back for the outro. So that is it for part one of my Project Dark Mode introductions. I'm super excited about these animals. I love them so much. I've been leaving them alone since they've been here, except for like cleaning and stuff like that, feeding and stuff, because I just want them to get comfortable. But come this week or next week, I'm gonna be handling them like crazy, especially that black pastel inchy, who's Ursula. I'm going to be handling them a lot more, getting them used to me, getting used to just being handled in general, because even if they don't breed from me, because you know, animals are animals. We can't put all our eggs in one basket. I know that. I've learned that from following a bunch of breeders. I could have ideas or something about a project or something I want, and the snakes might reabsorb eggs, or may not even like the males that I give them, or anything could happen. Anything could happen when it comes to this breeding game. And so I hope for the best, prepare myself for the worst, keep my expectations low. But the best thing about these snakes is that I love them so much that even if they don't breed for me, I'm going to have them forever. And I can utilize them in other areas. So, you know, like Raja, for example, my campfire, she would look perfect in photo shoots. Like, I could just imagine the collaborations that me and some of my photographer friends or some of my model friends can do with her. Like, it's just the possibilities, you know what I'm saying? Maleficent, she is beautiful as hell. Ursula, we're still working on her. I don't think I'll be introducing her to any models anytime soon, any photo shoots anytime soon. But like I say, you never know with these animals what might happen. There are breeders that invested and bought animals for breeding, and those animals never produce anything for them. And so I have other ways to utilize these snakes. The educational shows, the music videos, the photo shoots, and just being my pets. Just being my pets. And also this YouTube channel. My SnakePrinceVlogs, my Snake Cinema podcast. These snakes, you will see them regardless. They will be seen. They will be admired. They will be loved and cared for regardless. So I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited for the future. The excitement I had when I bought my very first snake, Jafar and Jasmine, all the original 10, the boas. I didn't even buy Jimmy. He was given to me for free with his cage. Morticia, my very first boa that I bought. You know, even me and Hades. Hades has calmed down a lot, y'all, which is crazy. But I'm super excited. The excitement never left. The love never died. And I'm almost coming up 10 years in this game, in the reptile hobby. It's just, I'm just so excited. So much excitement for the vlogs, the creativity, the photography, the educational shows, as well as the breeding. But that's it for this vlog. I'm pretty sure it's long as hell even after I edited these clips down. But that's part 1, introductions of Project Art Mode. Part 2 is coming once those snakes get to me, which it all depends on when I finish these payment plans with Mutation Station. But I have a couple of, don't think I'm female heavy. Yes, I got a lot of females. I even got 2 more females that I'm waiting on, but I got some males too. And some are sub-adults and adults. So I could be starting Project Art Mode next year. Definitely next year, 2024. And definitely 2025 for sure for most of them. But I'm super, super excited. More to come. Project Art Mode Part 2 is coming out. I got a couple more females and males to introduce, but that's it. I'm your host, Prince Elias. This is Snake Prince Vlogs. I'll check y'all later. Peace.